Okay, so part of sharing the Angels journey is touching base with many of the players that we had on our team, and today we have Janine, who's going to tell us a bit about herself and tell us about her memories and her history with Angels. She was a very, and still is, a very good player, and she'll of course tell us her role that she plays or that she played back then, and then her role in her team today. So Janine, introduce yourself.
Hello. I'm Janine. I started at Angels when I think I was 12.
Many years ago.
Yeah, no, it's like decades. It's actually
many
like
years
2
ago.
decades, more than 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
But in any case, so my nickname at Angels was Nino.
Yeah.
Nino. After Janino, they played for the Brazilian team back then. You know, it's like decades ago.
Emphasis on
decades.
Because of our age.
We're not going to keep up by our age, but it was decades.
Yeah.
So my number was number 12. And up until today, that number carries so much weight. I mean, that number is a big part of my life. I might not be playing in that number anymore, but I will always be Nino 12. That is like my thing.
What position did you play?
I played CDM, defensive midfielder.
Central defense. What is
Central defensive midfielder.
Until today?
So I don't know. So I played defender for a while, centre back for a while, but I'm back in the midfield now, and between CDM and just general.
Just everywhere.
Yeah, that is where I play.
So I think it's important that we find out by Janine, like where she started or how did she become a part of Cape Town Angels. A little glimpse into back then, and then we'll run through the questions with her.
Okay, so I played at my primary school, Plantation Primary. Another one of the Angels players there, we played together. So the coach he scouted us from primary school.
Yeah.
That is how we started. He scouted us from primary school. And funny enough, at that time I was doing gymnastics. So soccer wasn't even my thing, but I just wanted to play
You
soccer.
wanted to play sport, yeah?
So anyway, then he scouted us from primary school, and that was the start of the journey. Yeah, that was the start of the journey.
That was what, age 11?
I was 12. I was 12 at that time.
So
I started at 5. Grade 7.
It was a long time ago. Okay, so if we look back, Janine touched on a few things. Our nicknames came from the Brazilian team.
Yeah.
So mine came from the Nielsen, and mine was Nielsen. And my favorite number, or my playing number still till today, is number 10. So if you think back, what is the one moment, I'm sure there's a few, that you will never forget?
There is. I can't
Tell
choose one, man. There's like so many. I think this. Okay, I'll give two.
Go for it.
So, like when we started, we trained for a year.
Whole time.
We trained for a year. We played no soccer.
Yep.
We played no soccer. We trained inside in the hall at Roy Grants. When we actually moved out onto a field, we were like, wow, is this
actually a field?
Is this what it feels like? So then we trained, and then the next year, my coach, he let us join this tournament in Joburg.
Yes,
remember that?
the road trip.
Yes. And it was only boys. We were the only girls.
Yes, correct.
And we won the tournament we never played a soccer game together. We just trained.
The Joburg tournament was females or males?
It is males, it is a boys tournament.
Was it a boys tournament?
It is a boys tournament.
Okay,
If I remember correctly, it was a boys tournament. And then do you remember the ref was reffing with a beer?
And every goal that we scored was a celebration. And a lot of the times when we hang out still as friends, we always debate on who has the best memory when it comes to Angels back then.
Yes.
Sometimes the thing don't match with what the other one is saying.
Yes, because also it was not out, man.
You know,
the memories.
So we had a bunch of girls in our team, and there was some characters in our team. And if you want to tell us, who do you think was the funniest teammate and why? I'm sure there are some people that can relate to that person. I'll go first if it makes it easy for you, and then you can take it from there. They were a pair.
I was also gonna say
Isn't they were a pair?
Yes.
Okay, they were called the piranhas.
Yes.
Because what does a piranha do? A piranha bites, and that's how they were in the game. But they were the funniest two people that was younger than us in our team. We hope to bring them on the channel soon, and we can engage with them as well. But Kayleen was one of them, and Simone, the two of them together, chaos.
And they were very good soccer players. They were, and they probably still are if they decide to play again. But they were younger than us. But they
brilliant.
were brilliant. And what we call them the piranhas?
The piranhas, but Kayleen was Deco.
Yes.
And Simone was she just Mo?
She was just Mo.
She was just Mo.
I think she was just Mo. But no, the two of them together, they were shame. And I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to say this. They were the babies of the team. And
That's what they were.
They were the babies of the team. And then on a Sunday we'd have lunch, and then as they must do the dishes, then they would cry.
I think that actually answers my next question, because my next question was going to be like, what's the one moment that still makes you laugh? Like Janine said, we used to have lunch, and our lunch was a staple food. It was the pasta and the garlic thing.
Spaghetti bolognese.
And so the team would eat, and then the two of them, they had to do the dishes, and they were angry. Didn't one of them cry?
It was Mo.
Simone
Cried. She was like, I don't want to do the dishes anymore.
Oh my gosh. I think we don't have a lot of time when we do these kind of things, but I mean, just touching on core memories that's important to us, and just the laugh about it. There's so many other girls that can relate.
Yes.
Let's give Janine this one. How did being part of Angels change you as a person?
Yeah. I think that Angels, the coach, played a very big role in shaping me to the person I am today.
Yep.
When it comes to discipline, especially, and just life in general. He was there for me through some of the hardest moments in my life.
Same.
And I mean, we didn't have a life, but I'm actually glad we didn't have a life. Like, really.
But we were kids.
It was like we trained Monday to Friday, we played Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
But his guidance that will stay with me till today. He really, I don't know, I always say, obviously besides my parents, my family, he shaped me a lot into who I am today. Because I don't think of, if I think of from a football point of view, there's not a lot of people who understand soccer the way we would understand soccer, because of how we were taught. I mean, we didn't train for, we trained for a whole year, but when it came to everyday life things as well, he was our person, kind of.
So alongside him was his wife, and we are so grateful for the impact that they've given to us as young girls back then, and just nurturing us and protecting us and wanting the best for us. And so back then we used to have this combi. The combi was called Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie and Lily.
Lily.
Wasn't it?
What was the green combi called?
No, I don't know.
The green combi that used to pick up Grassy Park and those girls.
Was it? So Charlie was the brown one.
I was in Charlie.
Yes,
I was in
and
Charlie.
then Lily was the white one. We had the white combi also.
And then the green one that Malika then used to...
No, I can't remember.
Anyway, we used to drive in like separate vans to training, etc. But there was just this atmosphere that was so good. I remember the green combi, the little times that I drove in it. Why were these girls singing songs that were just, they were vibes? And then you could go sit in the brown combi and then everybody was too. But I think the point that I'm trying to make is we've built lifelong friendships. And she was 12 years old and I was 11 years old, and we've been friends since, because of the changed person that we are today, because of them back then having that input in our life. I don't know, if we look at today, like what does Cape Town Angels mean to you today? Also, by the way, this is the jackets we wore as kids. We have some...
we can still fit into it, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we have some photos that we'd love to share with you guys as well. I think I'll drop it in between or after the video just to have a look. But what does Cape Town Angels mean for you today?
For me, Captain Angels will always be a cool memory,
Yeah.
always. And it was never just about soccer. It was never. It was. We were family.
Yeah, we still are.
Yes,
We still
I was
are.
gonna say
We
we
still
still
are.
are. So it's not just, you get soccer clubs like you go play for Santos and then you move on to Hellenic or you move
Yeah.
on to Milano. It will always be, it's Cape Town Angels. It will always be a part of my life. Always, always, always. And when my fondest soccer memories, my
It's
fondest,
Cape Town.
and my childhood memories, it's with the ladies at Cape Town Angels. So it will always be a part of my life.
I will always say I would have never been the player I am today
Yeah.
if it wasn't for Angels, because we trained, like Janine said, we trained for a year. Was it indoor
Indoor.
and outdoor, five-a-side,
Yes.
etc. Didn't play once, but because we worked on our ball skills, we worked on our technique, and all of that is part of the reason why we are the players we are today. Yes, Janine said we are of age, but I mean, put us on a field and you will see the end result. And a lot of people remember Angels, and so as time goes on, we're going to bring a few other people onto the platform and just get the best memories. I don't know if there's anything out of your own you want to share before we wrap up, but otherwise, thank you. Thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure. I do actually want to say something.
Go for it.
So at the moment I'm playing, I'm still playing. So I had a conversation with a teammate of mine on Friday night.
Okay.
Friday night after the game. Because, we've, with my coach at the time, so soccer was our safe space. He made soccer our safe space.
Yeah.
It was, no matter what you're going through in life, you always have soccer. Soccer was like your outlet.
Yeah.
It was where you just take out all your frustrations.
True.
That is what soccer still is to me today. It's like, so I was having this conversation with my teammate, and then I told her one thing that my coach always used to say that would always stick with me. And my team at the moment can learn from it. I'm the captain of my team.
Nice.
So that they can learn from it is the ball doesn't have a mother. The ball doesn't have a mother, it doesn't have a sister, it doesn't have a brother, it has nothing. So whatever you're going
I
through,
remember that.
take it out on the ball. That is like something that will stick with me for the rest of my life.
I remember that. We won't use the other line
Yes.
on your finger.
If you want that finger story can stay there.
So if you were ever a part of the Angels journey,
Yeah.
whether you played against us, you played with us, you watched the games, because we had many fans, I think leave us a comment in the comment section below, and we'll try to get to everything that we can. We'll maybe just get an extra video on it, but for now I think just covering what Janine remembers and what was important to her was great, and I think it was fun just going back onto the memories, whatever many years it was. And so yes, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.